know that this is. I was like, I said, I think that no matter who wins, like nobody wants to flush up, but I also know depending on the veto, like anything can happen, and you know that the House, everyone's afraid, and I think rightly so. I think I am afraid as well of any team. Teams are still going to be the tightest, and any team going to, in general, so like it's like teams are tight in general, and they're the closest team. So it's like, I said, I was like, teams are tight, you guys are close. I would definitely be worried about, like, people would be saying that, and it would be hard not to acknowledge that, and you know that, and that's also was kind of felt safe to me because he's acknowledged, like, he knows that he would always be third, at least, at best, third at best in that team, and so he's just like, from his perspective, he was already open to that, and he I kind of was just like, the first person that said that phrase was him, as far as like, yeah, I want to just be third, and so that's why I felt like I knew that he knew, like, in terms of he has awareness of that. And I felt good enough to also, because I know like other tension and stuff in the team. So I never say anything. I just said, like, I would have to hear out and evaluate everything. And I think that any of us would. And he's like, yeah, for sure, I agree. And so I think that at the end of the day, there's always the risk that if you were to say something like that to him, since you're in this position, then
he just nods his head.
Not just that, but then more than that, I don't think that there would be any like actions other than we may notice a person on their team trying to like, make a case for like why they want to be picked for the veto. And I don't think they have a good case because they're a separate team, and like we know, they're the only team before. Like, I think that they don't have a good case, but maybe, does them having an ounce of fear increase their odds of trying to convince other people to select them as players' choice? Like, and we don't know if it does, because like it could also be calming. So I feel like there's definitely, I think that there is, I think to keep that option open, I almost feel like, I wonder if the best move is to wait until after veto. That way they don't even have it pop up in their heads, if you end up going with that plan. And if you don't, obviously, as I've told you for a while, like, I'll rock with whatever. But it is just that thought of if they